quick update. I have been having a few issues with tiled working with Unity again. I thought I resolved it when I was following Games Plus James tutorial. Then I started having a similar issue with Mr. Taft Creates tutorials. None of their it's none of their faults at all. It's just my incompetence, basically. I've also kind of hit to several kind of like hurdles of I don't know what to call it really. Like I don't know, like just worrying that maybe I'm just not able to do things, and yeah, I basically manned up and pulled my head out my ass and just thought, "Fuck yeah, I'm just." This is not a crisis of faith. What the fuck am I talking about? Why am I making this dramatic? So anyway, I look at this blank fucking thing here. I know I've only just got it to sync. Now, this was such a simple fucking thing. It was so simple. I had multiple folders all over, in various different places, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't like some of the. Basically, the game was trying to find images from other folders, duplicate images that were stored in different folders. So basically, what I did, and I know this sounds kind of ridiculous because I already restarted with a different thing, but basically with a tutorial, and I started from scratch again. So what I did is I deleted everything. I uninstalled. Now that does sound like I kind of like threw my fucking toys out the pram. It's not the case. There was two reasons why I did this, and that was because learning is, especially when you're trying to learn stuff, it is a process of rinse and repeat, and just always constantly repeating what you've done and rehearsing. I think in psychology it's called the phonological loop, and it's how short-term memory gets processed into long-term memory through rehearsal. So I've kind of like picked up on that very basic very basic A-level psychology, and it's the only thing I've fucking remembered from psychology, and I'm kind of like I kind of implemented it into this. So I've basically just spent the last couple of days, other than working shitloads and just being kind of distracted by PlayStation 5, and also Death Trash came out. Absolutely brilliant action RPG. I would say kind of one of the inspirations for me to start actually trying to make my own game, really. In fact, actually, what I will do, seeing as I haven't really done too much other than what the basic stuff, like stuff that I've already kind of done before. So I've already kind of gone over the process of left and right, walking around, blah 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 blah. So as you can see, I think I need to sort out there needs to be need to do some of the animations because he's kind of like walking. See that? There's unless the keys are sticky. Yeah, okay. So I still haven't got back to where I was basically, but the main important thing was that I actually got I got tiled to work with the latest version of Unity, so that's a big thing. So yeah, I thought I'd just talk about inspiration. So I've got a game in my head which I've kind of been thinking about for a long time. I was in the process of writing my second book, and I got quite far into it when I realised, you know what? Why am I writing books? What's the fucking point of writing a book? Because the two most popular demographics, in the UK at least anyway, are teenagers and middle-aged women. They're the two groups that read the most. Young adult fiction is very, very popular still. Has been for decades really, and also like romance novels have always been popular, with middle-aged women, basically, and they're the two people that read a lot. So, and the elderly, and the stuff that I write is just not suitable for either of those two demographics. And also, I'm not really pulling a figure out my ass here, but the average salary of a published author in the UK is approximately £600 a year. So if you get a short production run, a print run of on average, it's around about 10,000 copies with a big publishing house, if you're lucky to actually get published. You only make between 10 to 20p per copy sold. And so a book is sold at £8.99. So, I mean, you'd be lucky to sell all of those. I mean, if you sold all 10,000 of those, you'd probably make about £3,000 out of something that you've been working fucking years for. My first novel, I did attempt to get it published. Never really got any responses because, the manuscript will be put on a stack of loads of other manuscripts. Anyway, so I've been playing some indie games, and I've kind of fallen back in love with isometric RPGs. I would say that up until a few years ago, my all-time favorite RPG was the original two Fallout games, Fallout 1 and 2, before Bethesda bought the rights and developed Fallout 3, and then Obsidian did New Vegas, etc. And I kind of fell out of love with isometric RPGs when my gaming taste kind of steered towards first-person shooters, and then to third-person action RPGs, From Software games, that kind of thing. And then I played Disco Elysium, and it really resonated with me. I absolutely loved the art style. I loved the story, and it was at that moment that I kind of realized, do you know what? Why am I writing books that no one's going to read when I could make games that will hit a larger audience of there's just more people are playing games than especially people my age, even though there's a lot of readers, but I mean, games are a really big thing. I mean, I know there's loads of games available out there, but it doesn't matter if I make a game and never make any money out of it, but I kind of want to make something for other people with a strong narrative, morals, and just a heavy focus on character interaction, really. So that's kind of why I started this this venture into learning how to make games in Unity and with C#, because it's a creative outlet. Really, it's something I have been thinking about for a long time. I always thought it was a little bit out of reach. I didn't think I had the ability to make anything virtual, in a game. And I know that I'm several parts into this, and I haven't even got to combat or anything like that. And I've hit certain roadblocks that I've had to overcome and figure out things. And I've got this idea of not a mantra, that sounds really pretentious, but the way that I'm working and operating is, if I hit a problem, I will attempt to solve that problem myself. I'll do 3 attempts. So I'll try and fix it 3 times. If I still can't do that, then instead of getting frustrated, I will take a break, and maybe then I'll watch solutions or potential solutions on YouTube. I'll research it. I'll go on the subreddit Game Dev, and there's also a Discord channel on there, and I'll ask a few questions. There's been a couple of times in the past when I've when I say past, I mean 2 weeks ago when I started this, I came across an issue and I didn't know how to solve it, so I posted up I made a post on Reddit, on the game dev subreddit, and within a half an hour I didn't get any response. And I may have mentioned this before in a previous video. I didn't get nobody actually replied to it, but by that time I'd already figured it out, so I deleted that comment or that post. So yeah, this is actually really long. I've already 10 minutes. Sorry, I've just been rambling. I haven't really done anything today other than, well, actually, I tell a lie. I've recreated over the past 2 days. I recreated what kind of almost where I'm at. I mean, there's a few issues with the animation, but I'll get there again. I think it might have something to do with cull mode. Maybe it's always anime. I don't know. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Originally, I was going to try and work on this every single day and upload a video each day. So I've kind of renamed the videos to part 1, part 2, etc. Instead of day 1, day 2, etc. Mainly because, you know, I work full time, and you know, things get in the way. I end up a friend of mine phoned me up the other day, and you know, I needed to speak to her for a couple of hours, because I hadn't spoke to her for a while, and just for a catch up and stuff. And then I had a friend pop around yesterday, and you know, it's just been one thing after another, basically. But yeah, I just wanted to talk a little bit about inspiration and why I'm doing this. Really, doesn't matter if anyone's watching these videos. This is more like I'm just documenting it for myself, really. Because if I don't make these videos, then chances are I may just kind of lose motivation, in a way. So yeah, 12 minutes, fucking hell.